Good morning and welcome back into North Dakota today. I'm joined by Mike Amundsen from West Fargo Events. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on again.
No problem. How are you?
We're in the middle of winter.
We're in the middle, right.
We're in the middle of winter. It's cold and snow's blowing around outside, but we're not done with the recreational activities yet.
We're not, and unfortunately, we're also not done with this winter weather. As I was just telling you, I'm a Southerner, so I don't like it. I don't like it.
Welcome up north. We're happy to have you.
Right.
But, quite honestly, living up in the northern part of the United States, we need to learn to embrace this
weather.
We do. Because it's going to be this every year for an extended period of time.
Absolutely, and it's never going to stop.
Yeah, so what we've done is we've come up with different activities and ideas to be able to embrace it. And we've got a really exciting one coming up. February 14th and 15th is the annual Bar Down Bonspiel, which is a curling tournament, essentially, but it's got its own fancy name, and they are really, really fun. Have you ever tried it?
I have never. Let's talk about it. What I know, curling is a winter Olympic sport, but that is about all I know.
Yes, it's got a fantastic history. I won't get too much into that.
Right.
But unlike other traditional sports or athletics, curling is a precision sport, more akin to a combination of chess and darts. And yes, skill is definitely needed, but it's a different type. You're not looking for the biggest, strongest, fastest athletes.
Sure.
You're looking for precision athletes, and anyone can try this sport. It's fantastic. You take a really, really heavy stone.
Right.
There's a handle on it, and you put your feet in what's called a hack, which is an area for you to push off of, and you just try to glide your rock down the ice to make it land as close to the middle of the target as you can. It's a little bit like shuffleboard, but the scoring's a little different. And then the way it gets really, really fun is that the scoring is a little bit complex until you get used to it.
Sure.
But when you figure out how to do it, the game is an absolute blast. Everyone throws rocks down the ice. There's about 16 at a time that'll end up being in play. And then only the team that has their rock closest to the center of the target will be able to score on a given end. And so you can have 16 rocks that all are maybe able to score, but whoever gets the one closest, they're the ones that actually get to count their score. And then everything within that area closest to the middle will get to score. So it's a very cerebral game, a very social game. A lot of people like to have a cocktail or a drink as they do it. And one of the really cool things about curling as a sport, I mentioned it's really social.
Right.
Our sponsors over at Bar Down, they're going to provide a meal along with it too. And so we get all the curlers together, take the back room area over at Bar Down, and then we just have a spread, and everyone enjoys the fellowship of the sport too.
Community event.
It's really, really cool and refreshing what curling is compared to some other competitive sports where maybe everyone doesn't get along like they do at the Winter Classic.
Competition oversees everything, right? So 2 questions for you. How heavy are these rocks?
Gosh, I'm not an expert.
Right.
But if I'm not mistaken, they're either 40 or 80 pounds. I would need to double check that, but they are heavy.
Right.
You don't lift them off the ice. You simply glide them on the ice.
Gotcha. Yeah. And what is the turnout for this kind of event in the past? Like, what are you expecting the turnout to look like?
You know what? We get teams from all over the place. It's really, really cool. It's a regional event. We've had teams from Canada, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's really great. The curling community is small but mighty. And most small towns in Canada, Minnesota, North Dakota all have their own rinks even. So Williston, Crosby, all the way into Alberta and Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Every little town in Canada has a hockey rink and a curling sheet.
Wow. So when we're talking about this event, are the ages, do they vary, or is it younger kids, is it older, is it all the above?
The beautiful thing is we are not comparing size and speed and strength and skill.
Sure.
So kids can compete with adults, and it's just as fair. The only difference might be experience. Obviously, to partake in some of the social aspects of curling, you do need to be 21, but nonetheless, the game can be played by anyone, and we welcome any team that wants to sign up. You can have 4 friends that all sign up together, and there's still a couple of spots left at westfargoevents.com if you want.
Awesome. So let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about Stage West. I'm also learning about this. So you're a multifaceted guy here.
No, our organization is fantastic.
Gotcha. There we go.
West Fargo Events also has a producing arm for
Sure.
entertainment called Stage West. And Stage West has a fantastic theater director, Adam Pankow, who has spent some time on this blue couch as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
We've got a couple of events coming up very soon. When we talk about Giving Hearts Day, we have a really, really cool collaboration event with the West Fargo Park District. And so we're going to combo our event on February 12th, and it's at the Rusted Recreation Center. It's free. Just stop in and pick up some
about
tickets
that?
in advance. And we are putting on a little Giving Hearts Day cabaret, a little variety show. It's going to feature music from the 60s and the 70s. We've got a very talented cast that is working on their next opportunity to perform, and that is going to be Four Seasons of Love. And that's a Frankie Valli feature piece that's going to have a lot of that music from the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
So this is all going to come together nicely. So the 12th is at the Rusted Recreation Center in conjunction with Giving Hearts Day and the West Fargo Park District. Then on the 13th and the 15th, if you want to take in the full show of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons of Love cabaret show, you certainly can. That's at Stage West on the 13th and 15th.
Awesome. Well, that's great information, you guys. So coming up next, we'll get into our daily dose of motivation here on North Dakota Today.